Hi, my name is Travis Albert, one of the founding members of BookGlutton.com, and right now I'm going to introduce you to our new widget. What's really amazing about this widget is that you can go to BookGlutton.com, you can get a book, you can grab a couple lines of code, and then you can embed that book into your website or blog, and then you can also embed the community. So it's really the first distributed reading network that we've seen. It allows you to take your reading community and include that with your book anywhere, anytime on the web. And we think it's really going to change how people read and talk about books. Let me show you how it works. This is someone's blog, and what they've done is they've grabbed the widget and they've embedded it. It has the title and the author. And if I click on it, it opens the book right inside their page. You'll notice the book or their blog page is still in the background, but it opens the book just as securely as it would have on the BookGlutton website. I can navigate this like a normal book. I can go forwards and backwards with the controls at the bottom or by hitting spacebar. I can also change the chapter by using the table of contents. And of course, I can change the size of the font. These all make it better in terms of reading experience, but the interesting thing about our widget is really the portability and the community. So let me talk a little bit about that. You can tell I'm logged in up here in the upper right. You'll see it says log out. You'll see my little icon. So I'm already logged in and I'm reading with the public. So I can go over here to the talk panel. I slide it open and I can now chat. I've got whole book selected, but I could chat inside just a chapter if I didn't want to hear how the book ended. But I can now chat with anyone reading this book anywhere on the internet. And as you can see, there's a little people icon up here, and it's got the number 2 next to it, which means I'm not the only person in this book right now. So I can look, and the other person is reading the book on the BookGlutton.com website. It actually tells me where on the internet people are coming from. So I can type something, I love this book, and it posts here, and someone can type back, and we can have a conversation about this book in greater detail than we could if we were just reading it in paper. And it's very accessible because this widget can sit anywhere. It can sit on a social network, it can sit on a blog, a library website, a school. It's free, and we encourage people to use it, including organizations, not just individuals. So I can also leave a comment attached to any paragraph for someone else to respond to. I just click on it, and it asks me if I want to make a comment, and since I'm logged in, I can do that. So title of my comment, I can choose to keep it private or public. And up here in the upper right-hand corner is where you see it, the designation that I'm reading with the public. I could also read with any of these other groups. I've gone to BookGlutton.com and I've signed up for all these other reading groups. And so I can choose one of these. I can have a friend in another part of the world reading this book on another website, but if they choose this book group and I choose this book group, we'll still be chatting together in the same book. One of the other benefits to the new version of the reader and the widget is the inclusion of the catalog. So there's a button in the bottom left-hand corner. It looks like a little book, and that's the catalog. I click on it, and now BookGlutton's entire catalog has been pulled into the reading experience. So I can switch books from inside the book if I want to. Let's say I've read this, and I'm tired of it. I'd like to switch what I'm reading, so I go here to classic sci-fi and fantasy, and here are some books that show up. Here's Key Out of Time. That looks good. I select that. And I'm still on this guy's blog. It's still embedded as the widget, but now I'm reading a different book. And again, I can choose to read that with any group that I've set up. Now, I was already logged in when we opened this thing, but the login button, if I click it, it gives me the opportunity to sign up as well. So you can have... you can interact entirely with the widget. You actually never need to go to the BookGlutton website if you like where you found the widget itself. Embedding the widget is really easy. In the lower right-hand corner, it says embed this widget, and it pops this up, and it lets me pick whether I want the square or the rectangle, and I can just take these 2 lines of code and copy them and just drop them on my website. The other option is if I'm on BookGlutton's website, here's the website, I can always search for a book at the top here or explore it. That's basically the ability to browse the collection. And once I find a book I like, I show up on this detail page. At the bottom, you'll see an embed this book widget. And if you click on that, there are those 2 magic lines of code again. You just copy them and paste them into your website. So we think this is really good for both readers and publishers. For publishers, if you look at the opportunities the catalog can provide, anything that shows up in BookGlutton's catalog can show up here, which can introduce an entirely new group of readers across the web, around the world, to your content. And even better, the minute we start selling them, we can also sell your work through this widget. So readers will have more options to read. Obviously, we'll always have free books as well because we want to give people the opportunity to read online. But there'll also be the possibility for more contemporary works that people might be looking for. And I think that's really good for publishers because they're looking for new ways to distribute their work. But I also think this is really an amazing opportunity for just people who want to read, because there's never been anything like this distributed network of readers before. People have always liked to talk about what they've read. Reading, some people can say reading is a solitary experience, and some aspects of it are, but it's also always been a social experience. People always want to talk about what they've read, debate what they've read, give their own opinions on it. And this takes us one step further. It expands the opportunity for that, but at the same time it gives you an experience that's more representative of how we live day to day, which is the ability to connect and talk to people about what we're thinking and writing. So we think this is going to change how people read and really how people talk about books. So give it a try. Oh, one other thing. The widget is free for everyone to download. I think I said that, but there are other customizable options. If you wanted to put a different background in and drop your own logo in, we do offer a licensing opportunity, so you can do that and customize it somewhat to match your site. And then we have further customization options that are more extensive. For example, we can change the annotation portion of the reader. We can change the plugin that happens there so that you could post that out to Dig or any other kind of annotations management that you might have in mind. And we can also change what's appearing in the catalog, so we could actually add your catalog to that specifically. So anyway, check it out. If you're interested in one of those customizable options, you should just email partners@bookglutton.com. Thank you.